Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Garnacho and Kyle Walker shower a praise on Kobbie Mainoo as Manchester United secure FA Cup trophy. Manchester United ended the 23-24 season on an impressive note, despite their woeful Premier League campaign, winning the FA Cup after securing a 2-1 victory over Manchester City in the final of the competition at Wembley Stadium on Saturday. First half goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo were enough for the Red Devils to clinch their 13th FA Cup, and Jeremy Doku's 87th minute goal came too little too late as Man United held on to finish their season on a high. Mainoo did not only grab an important goal, but the 19-year-old was at the heart of it all and was a calm presence throughout the game, showing exactly why he is expected to be in the final England squad for the European Championship this summer after Three Lions manager Gareth Southgate selected him in the 33-man provisional squad. Garnacho was blown away with his performance, taking to social media platform Instagram to shower praise on his Man United teammate. He commented, "You are the best." Man City star Kyle Walker was also impressed with the Red Devils' sensation, reacting to his display after the game. The defender replied with the following when asked about Mainoo: "What a talent! The generation of English players coming through is very exciting. Hopefully, he can take his form from breaking into the team this season into the Euros if selected." Bruno Fernandes deservedly emerged as the Man United Player of the Year this season, but Mainoo has been the breakthrough story of the season. He started the campaign injured, but has been a revelation since making his first ever league start for the Red Devils against Everton in November, and he has been largely consistent, ending the season with 5 goals and an assist in 32 appearances across all competitions. Mainoo will now hope to impress for England at the Euros and help them land their first major trophy since 1966. Erik Ten Hag responds to questions over his Man United future after FA Cup victory. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag is unaware of his future at the club after the FA Cup triumph against Manchester City on Saturday. The Red Devils' FA Cup win means they will play in the Europa League next season. Ten Hag was quizzed over his future after guiding United to the victory. He said, "I don't have any doubts, but it's of course not up to me, but I'm on a project. How we performed, how we improved the squad last season. We were in the 2 finals, we won the Carabao Cup, we were third in the league. This season is a mess, but the reasons are there. In the end, we won another trophy. Underneath, you see the team is developing, you see the players developing. Bruno Fernandes performed brilliantly. Diogo Dalot, for instance, and Scott McTominay scored 10 goals. There is high potential, but it needs time." The United manager set up his team in a 4-2-2-2 formation to block Man City's movement through the central areas. The citizens were forced to play out wide without breaking United's defensive structure. Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho were positioned on the flanks to provide width and attack with pace during transitions. Kyle Walker neutralized Rashford's threat, courtesy of his outrageous pace. However, Garnacho tormented Gvardiol on the right flank. Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay, and Kobbie Mainoo flooded City's box whenever they had an opportunity to attack. Guardiola reacted to Ten Hag's masterclass by introducing Jeremy Doku after the break. Doku provided the attacking threat City lacked in the first half. The winger halved his side's deficit but could not stop United from lifting the coveted trophy. Ten Hag's future at United hangs by a thread after a poor 23-24 campaign. He showed great tactical intelligence to outsmart Guardiola in the final. Some United fans want the Dutchman to get one more season. Co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe will decide whether to continue with Ten Hag or hire a new manager. Roy Keane changes his mind on Manchester United man after performance in FA Cup final. In a striking turn around, former Manchester United star and current ITV pundit Roy Keane has acknowledged that he was wrong about his previous criticisms of Bruno Fernandes. Keane, who had been vocal about his doubts regarding Fernandes' suitability as Manchester United captain, was full of praise for the Portuguese midfielder following United's FA Cup victory over their fierce rivals Manchester City. The former Red Devils captain had previously been one of Fernandes' harshest critics, openly questioning the midfielder's leadership qualities and suggesting that Manchester United manager Erik should consider stripping him of the captain's armband. Keane had described Fernandes as the opposite of what you want as a captain, highlighting what he perceived as a lack of the necessary attributes to lead the team effectively. Saturday's FA Cup final proved to be a turning point. Fernandes led Manchester United to a 2-1 victory over their fierce rivals, Manchester City, with a performance that showcased his exceptional leadership and skill. Notably, Fernandes provided a sensational assist to Kobbie Mainoo for United's second goal, a moment that epitomized his influence on the pitch. The Portuguese international was instrumental in what could possibly be Erik ten Hag's final match as the manager. The 29-year-old made 7 defensive actions and won a staggering 9 of 13 total duels in the game. While on the ball, he registered 5 key passes to go with his assist. Keane, speaking to ITV Sport after the match, admitted his pleasure at being proven wrong about Fernandes. He said, "I have been critical of Bruno over the years, but I'm happy to be proved wrong. His leadership today was outstanding. We have always mentioned how brilliant he's been as a player, but, I'm just pleased for the fans." This season has been a challenging one for Fernandes and United, with ups and downs, testing the squad's resilience and cohesion. Despite the difficulties, Fernandes has emerged as a crucial figure for the team, both in terms of his playing abilities and his leadership on and off the pitch. His performance in the FA Cup final, leading by example and delivering in crucial moments, has seemingly silenced his biggest critics. Marcus Rashford could not hold back tears following tough season for Man United star. Marcus Rashford was in tears after Man United lifted their 13th FA Cup trophy at Wembley on Saturday after beating local rivals Man City 2-1. The Red Devils came into the clash as big underdogs, having experienced a very underwhelming season, but the campaign has been saved after Erik ten Hag's side put in their best performance this term. One man who has been a big part of Man United's struggles across the 23-24 campaign was Marcus Rashford, and the winger was not able to contain his emotions after the final whistle went at Wembley. The 26-year-old has been heavily criticized for his performances throughout the season, and all that emotion came out after winning his second FA Cup medal. Rashford was spotted by cameras with tears rolling down his face, and it shows just how much the Manchester club means to him, despite the fans of the Red Devils turning on him at times. In addition to his tough season, this week has also been a tough one for Rashford as he learned that he will not be going to the Euros this summer with England. The winger has been consistently part of Gareth Southgate's squad since the Three Lions boss took over, and it would have hurt him being left out, even though he knows he was not at his best throughout the campaign. Man United fans will hope all this fuels the 26-year-old heading into next season, as they witnessed last term how good the winger can be when his confidence is high. Everyone knows that the Englishman is a top player, he just needs to rediscover it at Old Trafford. Sir Jim Ratcliffe proud of Manchester United players following FA Cup success. Sir Jim Ratcliffe described winning the FA Cup as a glorious feeling and admitted he was very proud of all the players and staff. Manchester United had a brilliant afternoon at Wembley as they pulled off a 2-1 win against rivals Manchester City to lift the famous trophy for the first time since 2016 and stop Pep Guardiola's side from becoming the first team to win back-to-back league and cup doubles. Goals from youngsters Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo sent United into a two-goal lead, but City pulled one back late on through Jeremy Doku to set up a nervy finish, but United held firm. United headed into the final of the back of a really disappointing campaign, which saw them finish 8th and bottom of their Champions League group. The build up to the final was dominated by reports that United had taken the decision to part ways with the Dutchman, regardless of the outcome at Wembley. In fairness to the 54-year-old, he blocked out the noise and prepared his players perfectly for the game as they turned in one of their best performances of the season. If this is to be Ten Hag's final game in charge, then he can leave with his head held high, having won 2 trophies in 2 seasons and guided the club to a top 3 finish. Sir Jim Ratcliffe was in attendance at Wembley to see United lift the trophy and spoke afterwards of his delight at winning the FA Cup and how proud he was of the players and staff. He said the following: "It's a glorious feeling to win the FA Cup final at Wembley. Manchester United clearly were not the favourites to win today, but they played with total commitment and skill and overcame one of the great teams in football. We are all very proud of the players and the staff who work tirelessly to support them." It now remains to be seen what Ratcliffe and Ineos decide to do with Ten Hag, with a decision over his future surely going to be taken soon. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.